That's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I would clean that bone about as good as anything.
Matt Hayes.
The guys they had last year, terrible.
And Leon Searcy.
Mama know that when you get to camp, you ain't gonna see a lot of Big Daddy.
Oh, we are ready to rock and roll on a beautiful day as we get closer to the weekend. Big college football weekend. FSU, Miami, Florida, Texas. You got the Furyk and Friends starting tomorrow at Timuquana. We will be out there with XL Primetime. Looking forward to that. And then, of course, we get that Monday Night Football setting that, all of Duval is looking forward to. That's for sure. And that's worth, as we get it going on a Thursday, with a little Corona call to get you fired up today. Now, last week, it was one dude's birthday, and that right there was his signal to start canning them. And he had a good time celebrating as the afternoon unfolded. But if you are ready to start your weekend, you're going to have to carry your weekend all the way into Monday night. You do realize that, right?
Pace yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. I always go with the beer, water, beer. It might be beer, water, water. Okay. To get all the way from, say, today into Monday night.
You might have to go beer, water, water, water.
You might. But I've heard, like, say, last night at the Golf Club of Southampton, we had a great time. Derek DeStefano, owner-operator, all the Vals except you right there at Southampton last night. His brother, Willie, okay? They go to a lot of Jaguar games. Southampton's got a big crew at Tailgaters parking. I can go on and on with all those guys. They are all down there fired up and ready to go partying before every Jag game. Anyway, Willie says to Double D, to Derek, hey, I should be getting back from wherever I'm at Monday around 5. So if you can pick me up, we can start heading down at 5:30. And Derek goes, you're out of your mind, pal. I'm down there, okay? You're taking an Uber, okay? You're going Uber from Southampton because I am going to be down there way before 5:30. So I'm hoping there's going to be plenty of fans down there ready to party and tailgate.
It is. You know what my family, they're doing? They're treating this like a holiday.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, everybody's asking for tickets that they're not going to get, okay? I only get 5. But I said, you can come on up if you want to. You want to be in the atmosphere of Monday Night Football, watch the game and everything. I said, come on up. Come on through. But you ain't getting no tickets.
They need a party atmosphere. They need a party atmosphere. And then when the game starts, you need like a loud crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's, I mean, look, if you want to be elite in this league, you gotta have elite fans too. And I'm not saying they're not elite fans. I'm just saying.
Oh no,
I'm just saying fill it, man.
Yeah, the diehard Duvalers are there.
Yeah, of course.
And I know Jawan gonna give you 3, at least 3.
Yeah, if you create that noise,
at least. But you gotta have that noise.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna try to cheat.
He will
when he was here.
He has the longest right leg, I think, in the history of football.
Ever.
Because he gets it all the way back in that backfield.
Well,
so
I mean, he's teetering. If he understood the concept of the offensive lineman, when it's a solid count, your head has got to be on the center's butt, not behind it. I'm going a whole nother. Not behind it, but on it.
Yeah.
Look,
football wise.
Yes, please. Let's just call a spade here, okay? If you want to eliminate the possibility of the officials controlling that game, because we all know what the Chiefs get as far as officials.
A little extra?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Get loud.
Yeah.
Get loud from the jump.
Exactly.
From the jump.
All right, so let's get to the biggest piece of news. And Jaguars today was just finishing up with it. Johnny O was in with Mike and Tony talking about the news, Travon Walker, and I want to say the rap sheet, one of them was the first one to put it out, that he did undergo a surgical procedure. This was a wrist injury, and now the hope like heck, is that he can come back and play in this ball game. He is considered day-to-day after the surgery. And when you think of that, and again, I'm just a radio doctor. Gio and I do Breaking Bones, and hopefully we'll be able to hear from him tomorrow a little bit more about this particular procedure. But if you have wrist surgery and you're considered day-to-day, they could have gone in there and just stabilized something with a screw or two, and then they would just club up his hand. Is very possibly what could be happening. Not sure. What are you thinking, Liam?
Well, yeah. Are you kidding me? Bro, Monday Night Football, and you have an opportunity to play, you find a way to get on the football field.
Really?
12 and on, by the way.
Yeah,
you find a way to get on the football field.
You're 12-0 Monday night.
Yeah, Monday. Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's a hell of a
insane,
record.
dude.
Hey, listen,
I don't know that anybody else with at least 10 games is unbeaten. Who else would be unbeaten like that?
I don't know, but
Hey, do not whisper that. You need to shout that.
oh yeah, I'm 12-0 Monday Night Football. Yeah, I'm 12-0
It's got to be
in
the
my
Elias
career.
Sports Bureau kind of thing.
It's
man.
pretty
Who's the only
good.
player to be undefeated on Monday Night Football with at least 10
Well,
games?
the big fella showed up on Primetime. Let me just say that much. All right,
Yeah.
my team's did for sure. Yeah, but as far as Anton Harris, not Anton Harris, and
Travon
Walker goes. I mean, I was in those kind of situations as well when I was a Steeler. What happened was I burst a sack on the side of my knee. All right, during the game. All right, so I would wake up in the morning, and then my knee would be full of fluid. All right. So I would go into the trainer and say, "Hey, listen, I'm not. First of all, I'm not. They're not going to let me sit down, and I wouldn't want to sit down. So what they would do is they would
Hang on a second. Does this involve like a giant needle?
Of course,
Well, yeah,
it does.
because
yes.
fluid,
Lots of blood.
a.k.a.
Yes.
blood.
Yeah, first
By
thing
the way,
I did.
Bursasac was my favorite band from the 90s.
Is it a band? Wow, that's crazy.
All right. So as you listen to this, think of the band as opposed to the blood. Especially if you are just now digging into I
Okay,
don't
so
know,
before you go any further, how long
a
was
big
the
old
needle?
hoagie for lunch.
And how thick was the
needle?
needle?
Was this long. It was
All right,
about,
it's about 5 inches long.
about this is about 3.
Okay.
About 3 inches long.
That's
Now,
real measurement.
Yeah,
right
three
there.
inches long. Okay,
That's a good point.
So
How thick was the needle?
So first I would take a Toradol shot to numb up everything. A Toradol shot in the ass.
Okay, so it would numb up the knee then.
Yeah, no. I ain't get to the knee yet. Just Toradol shots numbs up the pain. All right. of
Before
game.
the knee shot.
Before the knee shot.
Yeah.
So then they would shoot my side of my knee, or like my side of my knee to numb it up.
Right.
And then they would take the needle and they would draw blood and fluid out of the bursa sac, about 80 cc's of blood and fluid. I did this in Pittsburgh for about 6 weeks straight.
Whoa.
And then they would wrap it. They would wrap it up or whatever. So like, I ain't wear a knee brace, so they would wrap it up.
So you did it for like 6 weeks straight till the season ended, basically.
Yeah, to the season. And you got to remember now, this was like late in the season, playoff push. You're maneuvering to get a seed, and
Was this 94?
this was 94, yes.
So the Super Bowl season.
Super Bowl season,
So
yes.
did Neil O'Donnell didn't know this before he threw those two
Well,
picks?
he did not take comfort in it.
Didn't he know what you did to get into that
he,
game?
he did not take comfort in it.
Well, it for most teams to get there, walking mash units. They
Yes,
really are.
yes.
And on top of that, and we need to play this soundbite. We may play it tomorrow with Coach, because Coach Campos sent it to me. John Gruden just went off on all the injuries.
So that coach sent them to me.
It was great. And
Like,
there-
what was his take?
He looked a little unhinged, I got to be honest.
well, he looked not only unhinged, he looked a little unhealthy. Okay.
Yes.
Anyone think
I was going to say the
JJ,
same thing, but I wasn't going to say it. if you
JJ,
wanted
I'm
me.
going to send it to you so at least you can kind of hear it.
Show
And then-
JJ because he's not afraid to say it. He'll
Well,
say it.
No, he just looks like if you're going to hire this man as a coach, I don't know if he'll make it. Okay, he's on Barstool and he is
That's not always on.
red faced, and he just looked not the healthiest picture of John Gruden.
No.
Okay,
No.
this was not Spider 2 Y Banana,
No.
whatever that play called. He just looked like he had been in the sauce a little bit and was
It
just
looked like his hair was greasy and
yeah. Thinning.
not even thinning. It
Might
just
even
looked
need to
like.
get on Nutrafol.
Look,
Yeah.
I guess the best way, he looked like unkempt. Did he not?
Well,
Well,
he looked rough.
I saw it too. What he said, he wasn't lying.
No,
he's not lying.
at all.
He
He's not
wasn't
lying at
lying
all.
at
He's not
all.
lying at all.
He was saying that
The message was spot on.
Yeah, the message was spot on. The health I'm a little concerned with, but the message was spot on. He was essentially saying that a lot of these injuries are occurring in the National Football League because they don't hit and they don't practice hard
And
enough.
what do you and I say all the time?
Exactly. You don't get your body acclimated to the NFL, it will punish you.
Yeah, it
And
will
the
hurt
only
you
way
even more.
Yeah, so the only way you get acclimated to football, the long stench of the season, is you got to pound. You got to hit. You got to practice. All this non-practice stuff, all these days off stuff, it don't help you.
And the CBA, which you brought up,
But
and,
the players, they negotiated this.
Yeah. and now you have horrific injuries that are taking place left and right for the Malik Neighbors, the Tyreek Hills of the world. Now, any amount of hitting is not going to eliminate those types of injuries, I don't believe. No. But at the same time, the body is still more conditioned to absorb pain and defend against pain.
Yeah.
Because you've now absorbed quite a few
that's
hits.
true. I mean, some teams they do it better than others, you know, because there's a lot of teams out there that, listen, the 49ers, when I was when I was playing, when we played them at Barcelona in the preseason, Bill Cowher had to literally beg Seifert to give us a padded practice because they went shorts the whole week.
Really?
They went shorts. The 49ers never put on pads back in the day. They go uppers, but they never put on pads.
But they beat
you know what else.
They also were successful.
Well, I guess the shorts was fine then.
All right, listen to this real quick. This is about a minute, JJ?
Yeah, so I've listened to it to make sure there's no naughty language.
Yeah,
but he does look very unhinged.
He does.
Very red-faced and very angry.
All right, here it is.
I'm just pissed off.
Okay. All right.
That's my hot take. You know, I'm tired of all these injuries. We're talking about the 4th game of the season, okay? And the injuries at quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, running back, corners. All these players are not playing. Nobody plays and nobody practices. And then when you don't practice, you can't play good. You can't practice in pads either because of the collective bargaining agreement. So you don't practice, and when you do practice, you can't practice in pads. And then they don't let you practice long enough because if you practice 2 hours, you can be fired with cause. But some of these teams got to get out and practice. It pisses me off because when you don't practice and you don't play, you can't run block. You can't pass block. And you saw it last week. We can't even block for a field goal. How many field goals got blocked? Boom! So get these MRI machines out of the freaking place. Get out of the training room. Get out on the practice field, guys. We got too many guys hurt. It's ridiculous.
It's just beautiful. All right, so there you go. Yeah, and Gruden got going, that's for sure.
He did.
All right, so let's jump in. The energy, the feel, the vibe for Monday night, 641-1010. Hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. And on the heels of what Johnny just said, if you are injured, Rebound Rehab might be a good place to check out.
Perfect.
Okay, they have got now a dozen locations across the First Coast. And if you do have that knee pain, shoulder, whatever it is, you're coming out of an auto accident, a sports injury, workers' comp, whatever, just check them out. They are great people. ReboundRehab.com. We keep it rolling with Jaguar talk and all the big college football games just a couple of days away.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
This is the game right here if they're able to make a play.
It's the top of the highlight reel.
What a play!
The Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game on 1010XL. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Rick Ballou here with a congratulations for John's Auto. They've been in business in Jacksonville for 40 years. That's right, going all the way back to 1985. Right now, they'd like to thank each and every one of you who's ever gotten their vehicle serviced at John's Auto. So, car, truck, or diesel, all makes, all models, whether it's a routine maintenance or a complete engine overhaul, go to John's Auto on Arlington Road, JohnAutomotiveJacks.com.
Get ready, poker players. The World Poker Tour is coming back to Best Bet Jacksonville from October 30th through November 18th. It's your chance to become a World Poker Tour champion with 14 different poker tournaments to play, including the Best Bet Scramble, a $5,000 no-limit hold'em main event with a $1 million guarantee. Satellites and mega satellites are going on now at Best Bet Jacksonville. For the full WPT schedule and more information, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
To catch more fish, you gotta think like a fish. Captain Kevin and the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show, reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services, and Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee and Grammy winner, Peter Frampton. Let's Do It Again Tour. October 29th, St. Augustine Amphitheater. On sale now at AXS.com.
Football is a game of inches, and at Front Runners Tap House, every inch counts. Catch every big play on their massive 396-inch giant television. The ultimate game day experience is waiting for you at Front Runners Tap House inside the Community First Igloo.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Football season is all about hanging at home and watching the big ball games. Well, if your AC and heating unit is letting you down and keeping those electric bills sky high, think about getting a new energy-efficient AC unit from Florida Home AC. They've got great deals on replacements plus rebates and incentives to make it more affordable. Call Florida Home AC at 877-4300 and get their expert staff to take a look. Football season is all about fun and playing for the win. Make sure you have the winning team on your side with Florida Home AC.
No more climbing ladders or tree shopping or untangling lights. Nope. Hume Flowers will take care of it for you this fall when you schedule their holiday home decorating team. This is JJ with 1010XL, and now is a good time to call on Hume Flowers. They'll do it all this fall.
1010XL and 92.5 FM congratulates our hometown Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. They won the National AAA Championship with a ninth-inning walk-off home run to win 8-7 over Las Vegas.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles, from complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Thursdays on XL Primetime are restored by Rebound Rehab with 11 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com.
They can definitely help you out. We appreciate them being part of our show on Thursdays, Rebound Rehabilitation. We've been talking Jaguar ball. We're going to slide into some college football. We'll kind of bounce back and forth. But if you go back and you look at some of the games that these two teams have played, the Chiefs and the Jaguars, we know that Jacksonville was in a huge ball game against them when you go back to that AFC divisional game and just how close they were to pulling it off, if not for one or two plays. The Jamal Agnew fumble inside the 10-yard line is what most people think about. But that was an unbelievable game. That was January of 23. Yeah. 27-20. How far?
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
But you know what? Trevor was cinematic at the end of the game. He made me a believer. When he was in the tunnel, hitting everybody's hand.
You will never forget that.
I will never forget that. Listen, I got emotional when I saw that because Trevor had his hands like, looking, we'll be back.
Right. So this is just the beginning. Basically.
Yes.
And you know, there are certain things that's a seminal moment, no question about it. And there are other ones when, like, I'll never forget this one. Press Taylor telling Coach Campo, hey, Trevor's ready to take the reins and be something special. Whatever he wants, we're going to give it to him. That was in 23. And then they did start off looking okay, not
First
bad.
off, the fact that you said Press Taylor.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, it should send shockwaves. But that's how far back we are going. There were.
Yeah, you know what? But the 8-3 start was a little fool's gold. This
100%.
Team, it was fool's gold. It was fool's gold because the defense definitely wasn't playing like this. We didn't have essentially no running game, and the offensive line was such.
Plus, they got pounded at home to the good teams.
Yeah, the good teams beat us.
Yeah.
Well, one of those losses was a 5-score loss to San Francisco. Yes. No question about it.
Was it like 38-3 or something? What was it?
No, it was 5 scores, but it was something like that. Maybe, it might have been because that would be 5 scores. It was
bad.
Yeah. But if you go back in time, and Big Search, you can appreciate this, okay? But if I go back, okay, these were the scores of the ball games, okay? In 23, they saw them twice, okay? and a close game here, 17-9, which also made people think, hey, they were that close to beating Pat Mahomes.
That was the most deceptive 17-9.
It was in a lot of ways, because I think the next team you saw here might have been the San Francisco 49ers.
Dude, they could have had the ball 10 more times and not scored on the Chiefs.
Yeah, and they just weren't they weren't capable of it. But anyway, you go back through the years, 19, 15, these guys saw each other in the teens, and a lot of low-scoring games when you go back and think about it. But I'm going to take you all the way back to 1998, and Jacksonville won 21-16 in September. And in 1997, Jacksonville beat them 24-10. Those are two big games that you were a part of against these Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. Only thing that I remember is Derek Thomas giving me a half spin, full spin, and hit Mark, and me picking up Mark like, bro, I could do nothing with that.
Right.
There was no way you could
get a sack, but what he did to me, I was like, man, I could do nothing with that.
So this is it. Okay, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it just based straight out of what they're saying, going back in time. The first meeting resulted in a win. Pete Mitchell, James Stewart, and Natron Means scored touchdowns. Quarterback Mark Brunell completed 9 out of 20 attempted passes for 199 yards. Means led the team with 62 rushing yards, and Jimmy Smith, 112 receiving yards. Mike Hollis, field goal. Lageman and Simmons both recorded 2 sacks back in that game, and you guys prevailed and came out on top. So that's pretty good when you go back. That's 1997. You guys won 24-10.
Well, this is what TC would always do. He would always talk about stacking chips, which means that those prominent name teams, we're not in awe of them. We're going to step out on the field and compete and battle them, like the Niners, like the Chiefs back in the day, the Steelers, the Patriots, all those things. So it was about stacking chips. The more wins we had against credible, traditional foundation, the more confidence this young organization built up.
Yeah, I love that. And that's basically what you're looking for. All right, so let's slide over to FSU Miami, because this is another one that we'd like to lean on Leon when it comes to some of the great games that you've been involved in, some of the great moments. This ball game's going to be a big one. There's no question about it, and everyone's looking at both sides to see either where the weaknesses lie or where the strengths are going to get the job done for both teams. And there's still a wild card out there as far as, at least for my money, the Miami Hurricanes going on the road is one wild card because we haven't seen it yet. And then how Florida State bounces back after a bitter defeat, kind of a stunning defeat at the end of that Friday night game against Virginia. Would you agree with that?
I mean, are you all going to be able to handle the 45-minute flight to Tallahassee?
I don't know. We will endure.
I mean, you're not going out of state till November. I just want to make sure you'll be able to handle it.
We'll be fine. We'll go to the state capital.
Just make sure they have Cheez-Its.
And if they want a nice hot little meal, I got an auntie up there too that'll cook.
Right.
Does she make cookies as well?
Yeah, she does.
She makes everything.
I mean, honestly, the worst thing that could have happened to Miami was Florida State losing that game, because now you've got a focused.
It's true.
Look, whether you think.
So you trying to tell me Miami, Florida State, they're going to be unfocused because they lost to
Bro,
Virginia?
I'm telling you that we tell you this all the time, okay? The Miami-Florida State rivalry is a huge game. There's no doubt about it. You're living in a world now where it's transitory, the rosters. These guys don't know Florida State, Miami. They're told it. Hey, it's a big rivalry game. Okay, it's a big rivalry game. Let's go. What are you guys doing tonight? That's how they think about it.
Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what Mario Cristobal was going to do. He's going to show them the Miami team, he's going to show them film of the old Hurricanes.
Yeah, I'm sure Mike Norvell will do the same thing.
Yeah. He's going to show that. Absolutely.
I'm sure they will, yeah.
He's going to show them battling, having success in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
And he's going to make sure they understand that it ain't going to be easy, but that's what you want. That's what makes it so much more fun, beating Florida. That's why I would hope Florida State did lose, because I want them at their best. And I'm going to get it.
Oh, you're going to get their best.
Yeah, we're going to get their best.
My whole thing is, so they lost to Virginia, but I don't think that's like a situation where you're like, oh, well, that's the Florida State team. That's number one. Number two, you're also talking about a Florida State team that knows they beat Alabama. So they know they can play big in big games.
We ain't Alabama.
I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you, you're going to get their best shot, man. They're going to play really well.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
All right.
Yeah.
Because you know why? You know why? Because when they lose, and they will,
Is this a pick?
Are you
already?
ready to?
No.
Well, are you shocked that Leon's going to pick Miami?
Yeah, I'm shocked.
No.
And when they lose,
He will not pick anyone else the rest of the season.
it's gonna be so devastating to them. And
Are you ready to step in the locker room right now?
I am, bro.
Okay.
I wish I was
All right.
down in Miami right now.
Let's do it right now. Brought to you by Wingstop.
My favorite, lemon pepper. Listen, let me take you to back in the day with Miami, Florida State.
All right.
First of all, I'll tell you what Coach Johnson used to do. We would walk into the locker room and we would hear that annoying chomp song. Okay, in the locker room. All right, I'm trying to get dressed.
It is annoying. There's no doubt about it.
I'm trying to get dressed for practice, and they're playing it in the locker room.
The
right?
chop.
All right, so after you leave the locker room and get dressed,
Does that make you violently ill here?
Trying to stay
does.
focused
It really does.
while this is going on.
then when you go in the training room to get tape for practice, guess what's playing in the training room? The chomp song. And then after you leave the training room, you go in the weight room to get your workout in. Guess what's playing in the weight room?
The chomp song?
That again. And then when you go out in the practice field and you're trying to practice and concentrate, what do you think is playing?
The chomp.
The chomp song.
So by the time we got to Florida State, the game, we were so disgusted by that sound that we wanted to do anything to shut it up. And how do you shut it up? You win the ball game.
You make plays.
You make plays. And it's going. Listen. I want a fourth quarter. I'm telling you, I want to keep it close. And in the fourth quarter, we always believe they'll find a way. You know how Stephen A. Smith talks about the Cowboys? Mm-hmm. He said that he wants them at their highest because he can't wait for that fall. That's
what you're looking for?
That's what I'm looking for.
All right, so I'm going to look up the and Knowles fans, if you know how many from the state of Florida you have, hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. I'm just looking at Miami's roster right now, just rattling them off, okay? You got Jacksonville represented, Sarasota, Milton, Fort Lauderdale, more than once, Tampa, Winter Garden, Dania Beach, let's see here, down the line, Ocala, Miami, homegrown, inside the 305, a handful of them, that's for sure. And then you got Hollywood. You still have a bunch of other areas of the country that they did recruit and bring players in, but there are probably a few more than maybe I was realizing. Jupiter's represented. Sanford.
Probably 80% are from Florida.
I don't know if I'd go that high.
75?
Well, just as an example, real quick, I'm just gonna
they got some Midwest guys.
Yeah, because if I'm just rolling through here real fast, you got Alpharetta, Georgia, Gray, Georgia, Nebraska. You've got Virginia,
There's
New
a
York,
Chicago kid.
Definitely a handful from Georgia, Idaho.
Look at Mario going out to Idaho.
New Jersey, Minnesota, a couple from Minnesota, Ohio. So, yeah, there's a bunch of them from outside. Indiana, Texas.
Portal guys.
Mississippi, Nevada. They're all in there. So, but less than you had in your day, but still probably more than maybe people do realize.
I mean, that's what the portal does. I mean, in my day, we probably had 95% Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We went to New Jersey every now and then. We would go Midwest, Chicago, those type of places.
You got a lot of Jersey guys.
Yeah, we have the Jersey. Yeah, we had a lot of Jersey guys, like Greg Mark was from Jersey, Steve McGuire, those type of cats.
A lot of Jersey people moved out to Miami. Probably what it was.
Right.
Snowbirds.
Just a theory.
Snowbirds.
All right. It is XL Primetime. Rebound Rehab. Thursday, let's keep it going. This big ball game, Texas and Florida, all the other ones that are taking place, we will get into. And then back to your Jags. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. We all make decisions every day, but with Prize Picks, being right can get you paid on America's .1 daily fantasy sports app. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. Jalen Hurts, more or less than 229.5 passing yards. Jamar Chase, more or less than 79.5 receiving yards. It's just that simple, everybody. But here's the best part. Prize Picks offers injury insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, where you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. And with Flex Play, you can double your money, even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the promo code 1010XL and get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's $50 instantly when you play 5 with promo code 1010XL. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
The Alhambra Theater and Dining brings you an evening of wonderful food and live theater and fun. October 9th through November 16th, come enjoy the award-winning musical from Charles Dickens' final unfinished novel, The Mystery of Edwin Drood, an interactive show where the audience gets to choose the ending. The Mystery of Edwin Drood promises to be an entertaining night for you, family, and friends. Get tickets at alhambrajacks.com. alhambrajacks.com.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love it. You shouldn't have, but I'm glad you did.
The love that a little box from Beard's Diamonds can hold is something that those big box jewelry stores can't understand. As Town Center's only locally owned jeweler with international connections, Beard's Diamonds knows that our little boxes are full of promises, celebrations, milestones, and magic. Big box jewelers only have big overhead and big markups, but Beard's Diamonds sees the big picture of the little box. That's why you can look to us for a great selection of dazzling diamonds and designer jewelry, and a listen-first approach to helping you turn what's in a little box into a big part of your special someone's life. Come experience the local, loyal, and helpful difference of Beard's Diamonds in Town Center. When it comes to helping you celebrate with beautiful jewelry, Beard's Diamonds thinks outside the big box stores. And that makes a big difference. Beard's Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Reclaim a pain-free life with Rebound Rehab. If you've been injured or simply feeling the effects of an active life, you can rely on Rebound Rehabilitation to get you back in the game. Sitting on the sidelines isn't any fun. Trust Rebound Rehab's team of trained physical therapists to get you back up to speed and feeling full again. Now more convenient than ever. 11 locations to serve you, including new offices in Riverside across from St. Vincent's, Point Meadows, and Middleburg. Just log on to reboundrehab.com to see all they've got to offer.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Who lit it up last night? Brought to you by American-Electrical.com.
Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming to Austin Wells. And he lines one into right field. Fair ball. Chisholm to third. He's being waved. Eaton coming home. Here's the throw. He's safe. And the Yankees have a lead on Austin Wells' single.
Oh, it was a big moment last night, that's for sure. And the Yankees, safe to say, needed to light it up after what happened the night before where the Red Sox had been ruling the Bronx, that's for sure. And they get it done last night to even up the series. You now have 3 that play on as far as the best of 3 opening up your Major League Baseball playoffs. The Dodgers, Yamamoto, just pitching his rear end off last night and getting the job done as they closed out the Reds. I took what JJ said going into that Dodgers-Reds playoff series. He said, don't worry about it, bro.
You are going to smoke them.
Yeah, and
I hope you made some bets.
Yeah, it did work. Now, it's only canceling out other mistakes that I made. By the way, speaking of betting, I always try and come up with one crazy one on Hard Rock, and I'm always just doing whatever, just one extra crazy one. You guys can go to Hard Rock Bet and check it all out. But I did a 12-team parlay, okay? 12-team, and it was just basically picking favorites, money line, not worrying about points or anything. Just fun, just craziness. You know the one team that let me down? Stinking NC State.
You hit 11 out of the 12?
11 out of 12.
What would you want had you at 12?
I'll have to pull it up and show it to you.
Like $1 to win.
Because, like I said,
$500.
It was just money. It was money line, and you weren't taking the bet. I'll pull it up. But anyway, I was doing all these crazy ones, and the one stinking Dave Doran couldn't beat whoever is in charge of Virginia
Who'd they
Tech
play?
right now.
Oh,
Virginia
Va
Tech.
Tech.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they pummeled in that game.
Yeah. I don't remember what the final was.
By the way, Florida State fans,
He might get fired,
NC State beat Virginia.
Yeah.
NC State, the team who just lost to Virginia Tech,
look,
they beat Virginia.
Whatever helps you sleep at night till Saturday. Okay?
I've been sleeping fine all week.
All right, I'll have to pull mine up just so I can roll through those. But real quick,
they also beat Alabama, JJ.
Who?
That team.
The team that you're playing Saturday.
They called Alabama early.
Dude,
they can't beat this Alabama now.
He's gone from being.
Are you really going to be one of those people? Seriously,
Don't do that because that's what Gator fans were saying about our win last year against them.
Yeah,
I won't stoop that low.
Yeah, the one thing you have to. This is the craziness.
JJ's got those 2 wins in his pocket.
He's
now,
more worried about. He's more worried about facing the Gators at Hard Rock than he is facing the Noles.
Because I think Florida is a better team than Florida State. Sorry, I do. I do. I think Florida's going to beat Florida State this year.
That's wild. Listen, there's a lot of L's between now and then. Okay.
Yeah, right. For both teams.
Yeah. Let's get to a little bit of that Florida conversation since we are talking about it. And you guys are more than welcome to jump in 641-1010. And you think about what is at stake. The first SEC game for Texas this year. They haven't gotten into the league yet, and now they have to do it on the road against the Florida Gators. And Matt, you were reacting to the confidence, the enthusiasm and excitement that spills from Billy Napier's voice when talking about DJ Lagway's week of practice.
The problem is we heard that same confidence and excitement from his voice in July at SEC Media Days.
Believe me, I know.
I look, I get it. The team likes him. The players like him. They play hard for him, especially that defense. But you can play hard all you want on offense. If you have a bad schematic plan which is basically like a phone booth offense, you're not going to win games in that league. If you can't spread out, this is what, to me, I look at this and I think, okay, he's a football coach. He knows that in that league, the defense in that league, especially the front seven, the front four and the front seven, those dudes can run, and they're athletic and they're big. If you're a coach and you're the offensive coordinator, you're the quarterback's coach, you're the play caller, why would you say, let's have a phone booth offense against that defense? Let's give them more of an advantage against us.
Everything you're saying, people have heard and know because they have seen what Billy has not been able to put on football fields for now in its fourth year. He's not been able to.
Well, he has a quarterback that has a strong arm that can throw it to the numbers. So the offense he should be running is the old Baylor offense, where you got the receivers at the numbers, you're spreading them out. It's basically like what Josh Heupel runs at Tennessee, okay? And you run power football in the run game, too. You get your 5 offensive linemen against their spread-out defense, and you say, we're going ISO, we're going man, and we're running right at you.
Yeah, it'd be great.
And that's why Baylor, everybody thought Baylor was this pass-happy team. No, they ran the ball. Everybody thinks Tennessee's this pass-happy team. Tennessee's rushed for more than 2,400 yards in the last, 4 years.
Yeah,
every year.
They throw to set up their run.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, listen, I see y'all picking on Billy's enthusiasm week by week. But see, y'all never been on a team that – I've been on a 1-11 team that I had to keep my players motivated week after week, knowing that we weren't going to put up the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I had to.
You think he's whistling through the graveyard?
Yeah. So he can't go into team meeting rooms dejected. He has to come in there with enthusiasm. He has to get these guys to believe.
He's got to say, I've seen it in his eye.
He's got to say stuff like that. I see the sparkle in his eye. Okay, that kind of stuff. I mean, we make fun of it. We make light of it. But I've been in Billy's seat, not as a head coach, but as an offensive line coach. And I have to tell these guys that they're greater than how they're playing week in and week out.
So you think DJ Lagway, because he makes all that kind of money, and he's clearly I don't want to say the leader of the locker room, but he's clearly the center of it. He's saying when it pops, it's really going to pop because he's kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, I wish a lot more of these players just wouldn't talk sometimes. Keep that the inside voice. But we got to see it on the field, DJ, all right? This when it pops stuff. I mean, if there was any remnants of goodness by their offense outside the first game of the season, then you would say, okay, this
Even
team
then it wasn't that good.
Exactly. So if there was any remnants of this accelerated offense where it was putting up points, where they were just losing games, close games, then we would say something like, you know what? They're getting a nice little rhythm, but we haven't seen it.
It's a process.
We're close to being pretty dangerous.
Yeah, pretty dangerous. Listen, let's make.
I'm telling you right now. At the end of the day, we're gonna look back at him.
Yeah.
And we laugh at Butters, and you laugh at Mullen for the stuff for the dumb things he did. You laugh at Muschamp because he lost to Georgia Southern. We laugh at Zucker because he was the original fire around Zuck.com.
Yeah.
No one's as bad as this cat.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah. And with more resources than any of the others have.
Exponentially more resources than anybody else.
10-10 take, real quick, Jay.
Now, Josie's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmaster since 68.
Oh, you can enjoy some delicious Sonny's if you are getting ready for any of the big ball games. You're planning that tailgate, whatever it might be. Just head on in. Lunch, dinner, tailgate, and parties. Check out any one of your area Sonny's. This should tell you all you need to know as far as this offense. If you were going to, quote, have a phone booth offense, by gosh, man, run the damn ball, okay? Line up, knock people off the line of scrimmage, and hand it off. So Jacoby Jackson was one of the, I think, one of the good guys that you were looking forward to seeing out of that Gator backfield this year. You had Jaden Baugh at the top. You had Jackson right behind him. He is now out, listed as out for this game, and who knows how long he'll be gone. You know what his rushing total is right now through 4 games heading into Game 5? 118 yards. Okay, that tells you all you need to know. They have not run the football, and that was considered a strength, a deep room full of talent. And this was without Dallas Wilson being there, which would have told you even more. Hey, run the damn ball. And now they lose their second leading rusher after 4 games with 118 total yards. That's the 10-10 take. That ain't good, man. That ain't good at all. Okay?
First off, he's not. So I will allow Billy Napier the idea that the 9 months off affected DJ Lagway. There's no doubt about that, correct?
Yeah.
We could all agree with that, right? But we're now at point, 7? This is now 7 weeks. He's been, 5 weeks of camp, although he didn't start throwing in camp till what, the last week?
Well,
the last week is what he said.
Yeah.
So we're at like 6 weeks now. If you're 6 weeks into this thing, and Leon's point was, well, he's been a football player all his life. Why would it be any different? But the point is, if you're 6 weeks into this thing, now should be the time where you're turning it on.
Well,
correct?
Billy said he had the best practice of the year yesterday. I'm not joking. He did say that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's been a bye week.
We'll go for it. Yeah, we'll go for it. All right, Gator fans.
The stars are aligning for my whole idea that they're going to go on a run, man.
Let us know what you're thinking. All right, by the way, my Hard Rock bet plus 578, okay? So here it was.
Wait, 12 teams and it was only plus 500?
Believe me, it was just nothing but junk, okay? So here it is. These were all money line wins, okay? Georgia Tech, Vandy, A&M, Yale, Bucknell, Tennessee.
Bucknell.
Yale and Bucknell? Where did you get those two from?
Dayton, North Texas, Presbyterian, Baylor, Iowa State, and the only one that lost was NC.
You literally guessed on half those, didn't you?
No, I just looked for
heavy favorites.
Heavy favorites, just a fun bet.
By the way, Georgia Tech should have lost.
That's why plus 578 was such a small margin.
What would it have gotten had they won?
Like he said, the only 5-1 odds, or 5.5 to 1.
So it was a $10 bet would have gotten
$10, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, Hard Rock. They
I don't know how much you bet. So we got you
amusing to me.
$55 or something.
Yeah. These are amusing.
You're crazy, bro. Presbyterian.
Yeah. I love them. And by the way, this is
I love Joe so much.
This is how I found.
What's the nickname of Presbyterian?
I have no idea.
What's the nickname of Bucknell?
I have no idea.
What about Yale?
Bulldogs.
Nice. Very nice.
XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. The Florida Gators.
Roll 10 on the 21, 15-10.
The Gators are ready to rumble and hungry for a side of beef.
He's in. Touchdown, Gators.
Florida, Texas kickoff at 3:30 on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 10-10 XL.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World.
Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business. Window World, simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On October 2nd, 1980, Muhammad Ali comes out of a 2-year retirement in a fight. Undefeated Larry Holmes. Fight went 10 rounds before Ali's corner threw in the towel.
Helmets and Heels is returning to Vegas. If you're heading out for the big game, join us at Circa Resort and Casino this October for a Halloween weekend football getaway, featuring Circa room discounts and a huddle up for everyone in the teal and black. Meet Helmets and Heels Friday night, October 31st, then hit the Circa Stadium Swim with temperature-controlled pools and a massive betting screen. For Circa room discounts and more information, visit the 1010XL webpage or circalasvegas.com/huddleup-up.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If golf is your thing, you'll want to check out Hidden Hills Golf Club. At Hidden Hills, we simply love the game. And we take great care of our golfing friends. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com. We look forward to seeing you at the club.
Get ready. Monday Night Football is coming to Everbank Stadium October 6th. And this is a matchup you won't want to miss. Your Jacksonville Jaguars are throwing it back in their Prowler jersey as they take on the Kansas City Chiefs under the Primetime lights. Don't wait. Be a part of the action. Get your tickets now by visiting us online at jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you at the bank for Primetime Football.
Are you trapped in a high-rate mortgage, watching your hard-earned money vanish every month? Stop right now. At Loan Pronto, they are delivering the lowest mortgage rates in 3 years. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's rate reduction home loan program is a streamlined, low-cost way to slash your house payments by hundreds of dollars a month. Lock in at a fixed rate as low as 4.99% APR and close in as little as 2 weeks. No appraisal needed in most cases. And here's the kicker. You can skip your next 2 house payments entirely. Don't wait. Rates this low won't last. Call Loan Pronto now for your free, no-obligation quote. Loan Pronto is amazing. So start now by calling 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or visit loanpronto.com to lock in your new low rate and skip those next 2 payments. 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, NMLS, consumeraccess.org.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Thursdays on XL Primetime are restored by Rebound Rehab with 11 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com.
Yeah, they definitely keep it going. No question about it. And you can definitely find them out. I need to record a new spot because now they got 12 locations. So they are all over the First Coast. They can definitely help you, whether it is that sports injury, auto accident, workers' comp, whatever it might be, just age, because it gets to you, that's for sure. We did have one dude on the text line, Leon, that texted in. You guys can hit us with thoughts about your Jags, any of these big college football games. But this one was, I feel your pain, Leon. Needles were huge. And what came out looked like bloody Knox gelatin. Finally, finally had to remove it. And he took a picture and sent it to us. So
Bursa-sac.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the Bursa-sac.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you definitely went through some pain.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All for the love of ball.
And you did what you had to
money.
do.
Yeah. Well,
And a few millions.
No, but
Don't
here's
act
the
like
thing.
you're just going out there for free.
Bro, I love competing.
I know
listen,
you do.
I wasn't thinking about money with doing not no game day. I was thinking about competing. The last thing there's the worst
Look,
thing.
we're not minimizing that.
Yeah,
All we're saying
no.
is you liked green too.
I like green on Tuesday when I picked it up. Of course I did. Yes.
Oh, you did have a D-phrase from McClenny. He said, cringing right now, listening to Leon, and he's got a gif of almost hurling. So anyone who was listening to that when he drained his blood, that's for sure.
You've told that story multiple times, and every time you tell it, it's just like, oh my God.
Bro, I lived it, bro. Listen, first of all, the Tordo shot, the needle that went in the buttocks area.
Yeah.
That was painful. And
yeah,
then
that's a legit big thighs.
Yes. and then the needle going in to numb the knee, and then the needle going in to drain the knee.
That's a lot of needles.
A lot of needles, bro. A lot of needles.
Oh, well, look, we're going to find out whether or not, and we brought all this up because the Travon Walker news is that Ian Rappaport was one of the first guys to put it out, that he did have a surgical procedure. It is a day-to-day deal. We'll hear from the Jaguars as they go along, but they're going to do everything they possibly can to get him in that game.
Well, here's the thing, Joe. When you're young, you don't think about when you're going to be 55,
right?
How that's going to have an effect on you.
Very true.
You want to play ball. You want to excel at the highest level, and you'll do whatever you deem necessary to get on that football field.
Yeah, and he's been playing well.
Yes, that part.
Yes, he's been playing really well. I want to get into this, but I want to stop real quick, okay? Because there's just a massively classic text on our text line right now.
I love it.
And it reads from the 336, I mean Yale? Bucknell? At this point, Josie is betting on pie eating contests.
Well, he's bet on the hot dog contest.
Yes, I have. Hey, by the way, let me know about that pie eating contest. I am interested.
Yeah, what are the odds?
Yeah, we do want to get some numbers on that bad boy.
You're such a degenerate.
And there's nothing wrong with having a little fun on the weekend. I really don't understand people that don't bet at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Says the other
you got
degen on the
going
show.
on?
Here's the thing. If you don't have any vices, then why are you living?
Why?
Live?
Why?
If I don't know your vices up front, then I'm creeped out by you because I know you got some.
My vice
some
is
hidden
cigars.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll tell you one cool thing about Hard Rock, though, is that they will give you already some bets that are popular that a bunch of people are laying down.
Hey,
money
here's
on.
some other suckers.
Yeah, exactly.
That are betting.
And so some of them you're like, wait a minute, that's a sucker bet. Actually, no, you go back and look at them. They do post ones that are pretty solid, getting the most action.
Okay.
But
Wait a second. If you don't know someone's vice off the bat, you're afraid of him?
Yeah, well,
Did you really say that?
Like, not off the bat first time I meet you, but like someone I work, like you guys. If after working with someone for, I don't even know, 5+ years, if you don't know their vices, then I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What do they got going on?
I don't even want to know what you think my vice is, so let's just...
I know what it is. Bad football picks. 1-6 last week again.
But it was
it's 1 and 5. Thank you.
1 and 5. You doubled one of them. It was so
after 9-3 2 previous weeks.
No, that's too good. Yeah.
All right. So Travon, here's my question to Leon. We saw Brock Purdy. He came back to play with the turf toe. He's sitting out this week. So if you're Travon, I get the whole Monday Night Football. You want to play on Monday Night Football. But do you sit an extra week just to make sure you're good to go?
No. I mean, it gets in your psyche as a player that if you can play and you don't play, you let your team down.
Right. Right.
And sometimes
I see that.
You might start to doubt what it is that you were doing so well because you think you might get hurt again too.
Yeah, but as an organization, I always say this: you always got to protect the player from themselves. If Travon's risk was 20%, you don't play him. But if it's like 60, 70, and you could, do what's necessary to make sure it doesn't get worse.
Right.
And the other thing,
then you do it.
The other thing I would say, and again, this is just whatever playing radio doctor. turf toe won't go away, and you're using that part of your body in a totally different way because of the injury. I can see why Brock Purdy might have been rushed back too fast and is now sitting down because you're on your feet the whole time. This one, if he does take a shot like you're describing, and they basically said, hey, we put a screw in there, we fixed everything. Nothing is going to be harmed now. Now it's
as long as he's got a club around it,
right, which he probably will. Yeah, he'll have a casting of something.
Because the Jaguars did it to me in, like, I think it was 98. I had a fracture in my thumb. So the Jaguars sent a nurse to my house to medicate me. And so I could, to medicate me so I could play on Sunday. And then I got a soft cast.
Yeah. See, there you go.
All right, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So when the game was over and the soft cast came off, how bad did your thumb hurt?
Oh, a pound. It was pulsating.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what athletes do, bro. They compete. It's XLP.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. He's entered. Open the door to the Jags locker room to bring you exclusive insights and interviews on 1010XL. This just in the locker room with Hayes Carlion. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Hey folks, this is Denny Thompson, and when it comes to protecting my home, I turn to Tyson, the leaders in state-of-the-art home security right here in Jacksonville. Their AI cameras and smart doorbells are top-notch, keeping an eye on what matters most. Whether you're moving in or upgrading, Tyson offers flexible packages, rent or own, with specials on the first 3 years. Ramp up now for the holidays, the perfect gift for you or someone you love. Call Tyson today at 590-7979 for details.
David Lane here, and once again, I'm happy to share news of my success with back and knee surgeries at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whatever it is that's bothering you, take it from me. Simply set an appointment today at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and let them help you get back to normal life. I'm certainly glad I did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
If you miss an interview, it'll be waiting for you on demand.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Search where you find podcasts. And at 1010XL.com. Trained by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Pizza to Tea here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch? From lunch to late night, only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Stick around after the sunset, and Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late night bites. Come on, somebody.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Why does it feel like July in here?
Don't let a broken AC turn not-so-hot September into sweaty season all over again. Duck Rooter is Jacksonville's most trusted plumbing, septic, and air conditioning company. Visit duckac.com.
Frank Frangie here to tell you about the coolest new thing, a putting green in my backyard that my friends at Sunshine Turf installed. Sunshine Turf can do the same for you. They'll come to your house, they'll create a custom design for your space, and you'll have an authentic golf course experience right in your own backyard. I freaking love it. Sunshine Turf is family owned and they made the process so simple. So visit sunshineturf.info or call them at 904-383-0243 and get a free quote today for your own putting green. Get it from Sunshine Turf.
1010XL is your home for Florida Gators football. Protected by the law firm of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Follow every Gators game on 1010XL.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pest Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
All right, Prosser here, and I've been telling you about Chad and Sandy. They make the promise. Let me show you some of the proof. This is Nicoletta and Daniel in Panther Creek. We don't recommend this, but we bought our new house before we sold our old one. Then worst case scenario happened. Our old home failed to sell in a year with another realtor. Finally, we got smart. We hired Chad and Sandy, and they sold it in 10 days above asking price. These are the results you're getting with Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com. Area homes are selling, but you got to have the right people on your side. Maybe you want max price. Doesn't matter if you're buying or selling. Maybe you just want to sell right now. Well, fast, easy, and stress-free, that's what Chad and Sandy bring to you. They have this guarantee. They guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. They're the local real estate experts you can trust for all of your real estate needs. Go to chadandsandy.com today. That's chadandsandy.com, or call that help hotline, 904-414-6200.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. Jacksonville Jaguars edge rusher Travon Walker has undergone a procedure on his injured wrist. Head coach Liam Cohen said on Today, however, he is only considered day-to-day and will do everything in his power to play on Monday night against the Kansas City Chiefs. Right now, 79 degrees at 101 time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
1 o'clock hour is here, having a good time, a Thursday. Thanks to Rebound Rehab. Hopefully everybody is having a good day today, kind of rocking and rolling through your day, getting fired up for the weekend. I just saw Derek DeStefano. This is like, he was, of course, having a good time with us last night at the Golf Club Southampton. Of course. Already picking up prizes here from 9117 Hogan Road for the Big Toys for Tots tournament. So thank you, Double D, for dropping by and picking those up. Look, we are looking at all these big ball games. That Travon Walker news is definitely huge for this football team. But let's just spend a hot second, then we'll get back to some college football. That if they can get other players to step up, and it's pretty obvious that guys that are in the rotation are not as good as the starters. We all know that. But if DeJuan Smoot has come up and has made plays already, Emmanuel Ogbah is going to need to make some plays. Those types of guys are going to have to be looked at on the edge to make plays. But interiorly, you've had a lot of productivity already coming out of 91, out of Eric Armstead. So that defensive front is definitely going to share in this responsibility. Say, hey, we got to tighten up the rope, depending on how much we have Travon or not.
Smoot. I don't know about Ogbah. They need some Smoot.
Yeah.
And they're going to need to do some exotic stuff, and
which they have
with more than just four, which they've done. Which they've done. And I mean, they've proven they could do it against the Niners. And I mean, quite frankly, Purdy, even though he had the toe issue, he didn't look limited to me when he was moving around back there.
He looked limited as the game went along.
Maybe.
That's when they started to get to him. And he admitted afterwards there was discomfort. I don't know if it was the exact phrasing that he used, but in other words, it started to creep up on him. He felt it a little bit more, and then they got to him a little bit more.
I also think you got to, and Leon, you can talk to this as well. I also think that when you're dealing with Mahomes, you can't just rush up the field, man. You've got to be very measured in the way you rush him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy that can break containment and make throws that'll kill you.
Yeah. You've got to be, pass rush gap responsibility is going to be important. But listen, against these two tackles, now one's a rookie, and we saw what Hines Allen did against a rookie last. He baptized, supposed to, okay, and against Jawan Taylor, there's going. Listen, Patrick Mahomes understands that his kryptonite is his tackles, especially on the road against a formidable defense. Right. So you would expect them initially to start running the ball or quick passes to kind of protect him. Protect his offensive tackles, but you've got to find a way to put them into third and long situations, to where you can just get after them, because I'm telling you, those tackles they're his kryptonite.
Yeah, and they need to expose that as much as absolutely. They can, and as you've mentioned with the crowd as well. Coach Campbell always says that the way you get to a good third down depends on what you do on first and second down. And if they can get to him, then obviously they're going to set up a much better situation. So here is Liam Cohen, cut courtesy of Jaguars.com, on Ogbah and Smoot in terms of upping the ante.
Huge. Especially Smoot has been really getting better and better every week. plays his tail off. Og obviously gives us some flex to be able to play outside and be able to reduce a little bit inside. BJ Green got some snaps, obviously, last week. And then, Dennis Gardeck's continuing to, I think, get more and more comfortable out there. So, feel confident, though, in if that has to happen.
Yeah, Gardeck's been a hell of a nice signing, too. You think about these guys when they came in, 2 or 3 weeks, either after the big free agency period or maybe even the guys that were signed a little closer to maybe training camp or during training camp. You're like, come on. No, that guy can't make it. Yeah, he's made an impact. Dennis Gardeck has made an impact, which is beautiful to see. Those are the types of decisions that Jimmy Gladstone's been making and putting those guys in position to make plays.
Well, just think about this, Joe. I mean, I don't like to pile on the old regime, but we remember how terrible last year was.
Leave that to me, Leon. I will do it. Thank you.
But like you said, all these guys that they went out and signed and brought on this team, there's no waste in any of them. All of them have been productive and have been efficient in some capacity in the game. Yeah. And I'm amazed by it. The fact that the guys that they brought in and the guys that they signed, how productive they've been on this team.
I love it. And Agba's the guy that I was standing up for a little bit, and we'll see whether or not he can become more of an impact player. But there's no question that Smoot, Gardeck, you can throw Johnson in there. Saunders hasn't made as much of an impact yet, at least that it might come.
Right, we forgot about Gardeck yesterday when we were talking about him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he's been something else.
They hit on almost every single one of them.
Yeah. And you can trade in all the guys that the last regime was signing that we're hearing gone in a minute. And these guys may also be gone, but at the same time, they have made an impact. They have come in and made their names known. You know where 47 is now. You're paying attention to him. A couple long-haired crazies on that side of the ball between him and Dewey that are getting the job done. And they're going to need all of that. And like X-Worthy, let's use him as an example. That's a guy that they're going to have to control and curb because Andy Reid's going to try and exotic him up any way possible. Jet sweeps, any type of thing that they can do to get him open in space where he can use his speed. They're going to have to account for him. That's going to be a big chore. That's for sure.
He's also one hit away from not being on the field anymore.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Meaning?
His shoulder.
Yeah.
He had a significant shoulder injury.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets hit.
Well, this team hits, bro. That's the beautiful thing about it.
That's kind of my thing. The way they've been firing around like a pack of wild dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're liable to take some people out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so they're going to make whoever has the football in their hands pay a price of some kind.
What shoulder is it? Because, we used to check that out. Look at
I'm
it.
Sure
get the
I'm
list.
Sure they know.
Oh, yeah. We know.
Sure.
We know what shoulder it is.
That's straight out of Longest Yard.
I mean, that's not dirty football.
No, it's not dirty.
That's what they do, right?
Within the confines of the game.
Yes.
If you just happen to get hit on that shoulder, it's no accident.
Yeah.
Just know that.
You hit hard, okay, and then go from there. And that's basically what they're doing. All right, so let's see whether or not this football team can deliver what would be considered one of the biggest statement type of wins if this football team keeps going in the direction that all of Duval hopes they will. If they can win a game like this and then keep it going, yeah, that will be big time. All right, I need to stay in the NFL because we're going to get back to college football coming up here in just a second. So I'm trying to nose through some of my notes that I have right now. And, all right, let's just go ahead and do this one because the ukulele, please, if you don't mind, JJ. Oh, I love it. I love it. Just sit back and relax. Enjoy the sounds of the ukulele as we go from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Oh, with a delicious cerveza. Found in Baja, imported by surfers for those who live life anchors up. Puka Nakua, ever heard of him?
He's a really good player.
He's a really good player.
I mean, like a really good player.
And if you think Jimmy Gladstone's probably gets a little credit for this cat because he was in that draft room, that scouting room under the great Les Snead when they found Puka. Going back 4 drafts ago. Oh, he's a really, really good player. So anyway, he has already in 4 games this year. You ready for this? 42 grabs already. 42 42 receptions this season.
So he's averaging 10 a game is what you're saying.
Yeah. Against the Colts the other day, he had 13.
What's that multiply out to?
Yeah.
You're a great University of Florida math.
You could do the math.
That's like 170 catches, right?
Yeah. It parlays into a big number. I'm thinking about betting on it. All right. So Puka, 13 receptions, career high, 170 yards, a touchdown in the win over Indy. Presence felt. 42 total receptions so far this season, which ties him with Cooper Kupp among those that have the most receptions by a player in the team's first 4 games of a season. Okay? So 42 in 4 games ties him for the most in NFL history. Cooper Kupp is one of them. Who is the other guy? 3 guys have had more than 40 in the first 4 games.
Marvin Harrison.
I'm tempted to say like Neighbors, but I won't.
Like you're thinking of catch machines. Like
Moss.
Like big searches throughout. That's
I'm gonna go with
Jamar Chase.
That's a good one too. I'll put it to you this way.
I'm gonna go with Tim Brown.
All right, that's another good one. They probably didn't have that many being thrown back then, but I'll just give you a little clue. And this also has something to do with kind of what we've been talking about today, injuries.
He had 100 catch seasons back then, Tim Brown.
I don't remember Timmy having that much, but he might have.
OBJ.
Yeah, that's, as I'm using this clue, that's a good one. But this guy's not as big as him. I'll give it to you real quick. But 42 receptions, the most in the first 4 games in NFL history. Cooper Kupp did it in 2022. Puka just matched it. And this guy became a forgotten guy. Remember how good Michael Thomas was?
Oh, yeah.
Remember how good he was?
Yeah, I remember.
And in 2018 with the Saints, and he was just all over the yard, catching them. And then he had a pretty severe ankle injury, if I remember right. And it just never, ever really healed. So there you go. All right. Back to the big ball games in the college football world. We will do that coming up. We got to work in some high school talk because we got some games tonight and tomorrow night. A big weekend for sure with high school ball, with Furyk and friends starting tomorrow, and then Monday Night Football Monday night.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. He used to lay the lumber on the field.
No, I'm not a quarterback, but I like eating quarterbacks for breakfast.
Now he lays his opinions on Jaguars Today. Tom McManus. Fridays on 1010XL. Opened by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee and Grammy winner, Peter Frampton. Let's Do It Again tour. October 29th, St. Augustine Amphitheater. On sale now at AXS.com.
Game days aren't the only win happening in the 904. Best of Bold City named 904 Gutters with a Z, the #1 seamless gutter company in Duval. Like the team's O-line protects their QB. Call the winning team at 904 Gutters with a Z to protect your home from the rain.
Go ahead and dial it.
Dial what?
When you call in your opinion or hear an interesting interview from a sports insider on Jaguars Today or XL Primetime, you're getting it straight from the Checkmate Coatings phone line all day, every day on 1010XL.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sunny's here.
It's time to get up and go to the Jacksonville Fall RV Show, Thursday through Sunday, October 2nd through 5th at the Jacksonville Equestrian Center, with hundreds of RVs on display with lifestyle booths, and register to win $250 gift cards every day. It's Northeast Florida's largest RV show, Thursday through Saturday, 10 to 5, Sunday, 10 to 4. Adults, $10, kids under 12, free. Seniors get half off on Thursday. Military and first responders, half off every day. It's the Jacksonville Fall RV Show.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, you look troubled. Is something bugging you?
This friendship isn't all upside for me, Jason.
People keep asking me stuff about you.
They ask you about me?
Is it really cooler with Bueller, they ask. So I say, totally. And they say, how do you mean that? And I say, he fixes air conditioners, which literally makes somebody cool. But he also has cool sunglasses and cool people and a cool family.
And I try to make working at Bueller Air and Plumbing a really cool experience for our technicians and plumbers. We treat our people like gold, and they treat our homeowners the exact same way.
Great. Well, now there's another cool thing I've got to remember. This is a lot of responsibility, Jason.
Life can get hectic sometimes. If you don't take a moment to slow down and appreciate all the cool parts, you could miss it.
Do people ask you about me at all?
Weirdly, they do.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the first coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
How do you know that your roof is ready for the next big storm? You don't. That's why you need to call me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We'll assess your roof and fix those issues before they become storm disasters. Visit BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roofing quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the college football playoff.
All these big ball games, I told you guys, they get bigger and bigger every single week. It's hard to believe we have now entered October. And the first Saturday of October, you know how big it's going to be, and you've got some mammoth games that are coming up. You already had a few this past week, but like we said, FSU, Miami, we've been talking a bunch about, and of course, all the other ones that are going to be taking place, including Texas v. Florida. If you are heading down the swamp, let us know. We would love to hear from you. 641-1010. And I don't know if I need to point this out to you guys, but there's another big ball game in the ACC or in the SEC.
Diego.
Going up against Alabama.
The rematch.
Okay. All right. And we're talking about not just Diego. That's 4-0 Diego, and a chance to go to 5-0 for the first time since 2008. First off, can anybody remember Vandy going 5-0 in 2008? I need to look at who they played, Matt.
Was that like Jay Cutler? Or was that even after
Franklin.
that?
Might have been after. It might have been Jordan.
Franklin.
Was it Rogers? Yeah, it probably would have been James Franklin. Yeah, look that bad boy up.
I think it was
all right, all 5 wins have come by more than 20 points so far.
Their average margin of victory is 32 points.
Yeah.
32.
But so by more than 20, if their average is 32, that's pretty damn good. And so 5-0, first time since 2008. That's pretty dang big.
And they finished 7-6 that year.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Hey, so was it Franklin coaching? I'm guessing it would have been
Bobby Johnson.
Oh, that was pre-James Franklin. Bobby Johnson. That's back in the Woody Woodenhofer days. Because I think he followed him.
He followed Woody, yeah.
Yeah, he followed him. All right, so you got that as a backdrop. There's a couple of other games that we definitely want to get into as far as this Saturday is concerned.
Quickly, their quarterback was Chris Nickerson. And Mackenzie Adams.
Yeah.
So
I can't help you.
They won their first 5 and then quickly lost pretty much everything else the rest of the year.
You know what they were playing?
Classic Vandy.
First 5 wins over Bucknell, Yale, and Presbyterian.
Yeah, they played Miami of Ohio, South Carolina, Rice, Ole Miss, which is Ole Miss.
Okay.
And they did beat number 13 ranked Auburn.
Oh, that is pretty good.
Yeah, but after that started to get smoked by everyone.
All right,
well, I mean, I will say this: if you look at Vandy's schedule, they could be 7-6.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They could fall. They're
at Alabama,
at Bama,
LSU at home, then they're Missouri at home, at Texas, Auburn at home, Kentucky at home, at Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt, for those of us who really haven't watched Vandy since that last Alabama game, like who else do they got? Besides, I mean, they have to have some guys if they're this good.
So
scoring this many points.
So obviously it's Diego. Eli Stowers, their tight end, is going to be like a high, probably second-round pick. He's a legit player. They're very good at running back. They've got a couple running backs. Sergio Alexander's one of them. Diego's still their leading rusher.
Yeah, he's moves.
Still their leading rusher.
He moves.
And they're very good on defense. The thing with Vandy is
Didn't he get one of his teammates a date with his mom? Is that what one of the deals?
No, that was a comedian.
Yeah, I know.
Theo
But still
Vaughn.
funny. I know. I was just trying to work it out. Yeah.
By the way, Johnny Manziel's parachuting into Tuscaloosa this weekend.
Is
to
he
get
now?
some Q time. On the Vandy sideline with a Diego jersey on.
Oh, wow. Do it, man. Do it. Soak up the spotlight when you can.
They're just really good defensive. They're very smart. They don't make mistakes. And if they don't make mistakes in this game, they will be in this game in the fourth quarter.
Clark Lee led on that side of the ball.
They win in Tuscaloosa. He getting the statue.
Hold on, say that again, Matt. If they don't make mistakes.
If they don't make mistakes, they will be in that game in the fourth quarter.
Oh, I thought you said the lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. They'll be in it to win it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's find out.
All
right, so real quick, you mentioned Vandy had scored a win over Ole Miss all the way back in 2008, which leads us to the Lane Kiffin comment. Pardon my take. Lane Kiffin, who has now been the subject of a great documentary people are talking about, and whether or not he would leave Oxford, hotty toddy, to come coach the Gators. And he did say, well, he'll tell you right now.
Like, I want to be Steve Spurrier.
Okay.
Like, when I watched him and his offenses and the visor and kind of the way he would throw jabs at other coaches and teams and stuff, I was like, Steve Spurrier is the man. Like, that's what I want to be. So that's where I started the visor thing and probably started some of the comments maybe of other programs too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's not. JJ got us all excited about it. JJ was like, he's basically saying he wants the Florida job.
He has been for a year now. I mean, like by his tweets, by his actions in front of the media.
He also started out by saying he might be trolling the Gators too. You never.
I did say
know.
that.
Yeah, you never know what Lane is.
He's
up
been
to.
tweeting like spot the ball constantly. Like after the Gators lost a couple weeks ago, he tweeted spot the ball, which if you don't know, that was what Billy Napier was incessantly saying during SEC media days. That was their like, we don't care that we have a tough schedule. Spot the ball. We'll beat whoever.
He doesn't miss anything.
Yeah, so Lane's either trolling the Florida fan base or he desperately wants that job. And I think
it's the former, not the latter.
Well, you know what you need to do? You need to pull the head ball coach. And he got to make a home visit. Just like recruiting back in the day.
Go visit Lane.
Go sit down and talk to Lane.
Lane, I know that you might have admired me at one point. Well, why don't you come on over here and let all those Gators admire you? That's basically how you might try and sell it to them. Come on. Let's get I got a visor for you. Come on. He has ties to Florida. He's been here. He has
lived in Jacksonville.
Lived in Jacksonville as a whatever they were
quality
called back
control
then.
Coach.
Quality control, and almost got ran out of that building too, as the story goes.
A number of times.
Yeah, because he just was a little spoiled and entitled maybe back then. But he has ties back to the Florida family. If you think of John Reeves and all of that, marrying his daughter, all those things come up and come into the conversation. I even heard one of the great Catlins this morning complaining to Jeff and Dan on the drill because he's a diehard hotty toddy Ole Miss man. And he's like, don't you keep talking about trying to poach my coach.
I don't know. He likes it there, man. Layla moved back to Oxford. They're not married or getting remarried, but she moved back there now. She's there. His kids are there. I'm just saying, he's very happy there.
Well, apparently
and
the kids are
he makes a lot of money there.
The kids are already extending relationships elsewhere, so you never know. But
could he not be happy in Gainesville?
Yeah, exactly, and make a lot of money there.
Why do you?
Yes.
Look, I've been saying all along, I think he's the best guy for the job. But why do you guys think he's automatically going to think that's a better job than what he's got?
Because it is.
I feel like if you have it in you, your DNA is I want to be the best at what I'm doing. I want to be recognized as the best. You're constantly looking for another challenge.
These guys are competitors.
Done tremendous things at Ole Miss.
You guys are looking at this through the lens of what college football used to be.
I understand. I understand your
JJ,
play.
he can get to the college football playoff and win it at Ole Miss.
Yes, he can. That I get. But the resources are more limitless in Gainesville than they are in Oxford.
Are they?
I believe they are.
Dude,
I think the Ole Miss NIL is as good or better than Florida's right now.
Well, Florida was among the top 5, and everyone can't be in the top 5 because everyone says that theirs is – now, the facilities, it took a while for Florida to catch up there, and they finally have. I would think most people would agree with that, but they also need the direction from the athletic director that says we're going to give you whatever you can. And they gave Billy everything they could,
Plus,
and he couldn't get it done.
How many presidents has Florida had in the last 4 years? They've had like 2 interim or 3 interim and – another guy that they ran out.
Why does he care about that?
Because that's the important. They all talk about that. Not only does the president have to be a sports-related president, he's got to be a guy that agrees with everything. They're all on the same page. Alignment.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I just can't believe we're acting like Ole Miss is some athletic program that is like just a winner and. You know, they have a history of winning and they have lots of money. Like, since when, dude?
Since he got there.
Freaking Miss. We're talking about the University of Florida, man. The swamp.
JJ, he made it the winner.
National titles, SEC championships.
That's what he does.
JJ,
Ole Miss ain't nothing, dude.
You're screaming, get off my lawn. You're screaming, get off my lawn. All you're doing.
It's just like so disrespectful to the Florida program that you would even compare Ole Miss to them.
I'm comparing the eras of college football.
That I get.
One was college football when it was all about the big names, the schools, and whether you're a blue blood or not. The new player-empowered era is all about how much NIL money you have, and do you have a coach that can convince guys to come play for him?
But
that's what Ole Miss has.
He could easily recruit here.
Of course he could. I'm not saying he can't. I'm telling you he's happy there.
Yeah,
and he's making the same money there that he'd make in Florida. Yeah. There's going to be no difference.
I still think there's that pursuit of.
I don't want him in my neck of the woods. All right?
Yeah,
exactly. So, like, as a Miami fan, I would be scared to have Lane. Shouldn't Strickland look at something like that and be like, dang, like if the rivals don't want him, then we need to get this guy.
And name the controversy, name the remarks that he's made of late that have put him in the crosshairs of any university leadership saying we can't have this guy representing us. He's not done any of that.
Right.
He's gone out and kicked tail in terms of the transfer portal and recruiting and game day coaching for the most part. Those are all huge. And I do think he has a desire in his belly to be in one of the big brand universities running their program and playing for titles.
I think he once did. I'm not sure he does now. JJ, you are literally, your fuel right now is emotion. That's not what it is in college football anymore.
I live
it's
on.
just not.
Well, the transactional world, let's make a transaction, and here's your money. And
Ole Miss will pay him the same
Listen,
thing.
I'm with Joe, though. These guys are competitors. They want to be at the highest level and achieve greatness.
He's at the highest level right now.
Not. He's at Ole Miss.
He's playing. He's coaching and playing in the SEC. JJ, that's the highest level.
Okay, but
his
rivalry
rivalry
at the University of Florida is different, bro.
Yeah, his rivalry is an egg bowl.
Yeah,
okay?
come on.
You want to get in the swamp and basically go head to head.
You guys see this through orange and blue glasses.
No,
You're not seeing this through like reality.
I hate the Gators.
What I have acknowledged, and you're not even listening.
You're orange and blue to the death, just like Leon. Don't kid yourself. You know Callum.
I have acknowledged to you that it is a different world. More teams with resources are present in the college football world now. There are so many more that have now money that they didn't have before because it was.
Indiana was in the playoff last year.
Exactly. So was SMU because they got money. But it doesn't mean you still don't want to be, if you're a coach that wants to be recognized among the greatest, that you don't want to be. So
if you're doing that, then you're going to tell me Todd Golden, when the North Carolina job opens, that's where he's going.
It depends on what his view is, because right now he's elevated out.
But he already won a national
championship. He's won a natty in Gainesville.
Holler at me when Lane Kiffin wins even the SEC, bro.
He's won a natty where other natties have been won.
Considering where that program
has
was.
Not won anything.
No, he's won a natty where other natties have been won. So you can't say that. Okay, so he has now elevated Florida with Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, UConn in the same conversation. Whereas Ole Miss,
well, Florida was already there. He didn't
what has Ole Miss won?
Nothing ever in their history.
Yeah.
SEC's a long time ago.
Yeah,
We're
long
talking
time
like
ago.
80 years ago.
Right, and that's my point. That's where you're living right now, JJ. You're not living in what's right now. What's right now is money. Money makes everything go around.
We'll see in December when Lane is stepping up to that podium, accepting that job.
I'll have some of that. I'll have some of that.
All right, we'll make a bet off the air.
I've kept wearing the visor all the way through the whole time as well. It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Big #1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. 1010XL is your home for play-by-play of Bishop Kenny football.
The Crusaders take a trip to Tally to battle the Raiders in a Friday night football fight. Bishop Kenny Rickards, 7 o'clock on 1010XL.
Pickett here. Celebrate the spooky season with Zero Res. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $139, plus a free haul, and take 15% off your air duct and dryer vent cleaning. Book online at ZeroResJacksonville.com and take advantage of these huge savings.
Rotator cuff injuries are common among athletes and those who have physically demanding careers. Don't let this injury keep you away from the sport you love. Dr. George Barry here, and the first thing you need to do with a serious shoulder injury is to diagnose where the damage is and how significant it is. Rotator cuff tears are either acute tears sustained during an injury or accident, or degenerative tears. If you're interested in learning more about rotator cuff repair and how our expert team of orthopedic surgeons can help you, call Barry Orthopedics today or visit BarryOrthopedics.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville is football season, and Duck Duck Rooter is proud to be on your home team. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, we tackle plumbing, septic, and air conditioning problems with championship-level service. Keep an eye out for our custom Jaguar wrap plumbing vans rolling around town. They're hard to miss and always ready for the next play at your home or business. With thousands of 5-star Google reviews and the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida, trust Duck Duck Rooter to keep you in the game. Call 904-862-6769 or visit DuckDuckRooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter, when you're stuck, call the Duck.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here for Big Chief Tire. Right now, you can get 6-month financing through the CFNA credit card and $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. It's a smart way to handle big vehicle needs like new tires, brakes, or repairs without the upfront cost. With no interest for 6 months, there's never been a better time to schedule. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentist and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Prosser here again for Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts you can trust. You might think you have a struggle ahead, but Chad and Sandy always have a solution, and ultimately it ends in a success story. Jacksonville area homes are selling, but getting the right price requires aggressive marketing and proven systems. Hiring the experts who know how to create demand is crucial. You need Chad and Sandy Newman. Need to sell now? Chad and Sandy have instant offers, fast, easy, stress-free. But, man, they deliver with the promises. The local real estate experts you can trust. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Oh, and the proof is out there. Tom and Nicole in Mandarin. I got a new job in Louisiana. We found a new home. Now we'd have to sell fast to avoid paying 2 mortgages. Chad and Sandy did it. Use them today. ChadAndSandy.com. That's ChadAndSandy.com.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
One of our dudes on the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We love all y'all. Your nooners start us off perfectly at 12 and then keep it rolling until 2 o'clock. I'm in Gainesville right now. We already have Spurriers to eat at. We can open up a Kiffin's to get him down here, and I will buy him any visor he wants. There you go. So
I'm sure they'll do it, man.
They're ready to get behind him. I'm going to make one proclamation to Matt
I'm going to make one proclamation, too. You make yours first. Go ahead.
All right. My first proclamation is that because the argument has been, first, the reason why Lane won't come is because Scott Strickland will not offer him the job. Well, also a proclamation has been made before that he won't fire Billy Napier during the season, or in my case, Billy Vanilli during the season.
But I have amended that.
I now believe, and I've been maintaining it, and you know I have.
Right.
He will can his behind if they have an ugly loss to Texas or they start to mount
100%.
100%. And so on top of it, so now we've gone from he won't to now he will, and we're going to do the same thing with the Lane Kiffin decision.
Okay, now
he won't, and now he will.
Now I'm going to make this proclamation, okay? Ole Miss is going to lose at Georgia. They're going to lose at Oklahoma, and they're going to lose the Egg Bowl at Mississippi State. So they'll be 9-3.
Will you quit ruining my coach's record?
They'll be 9-3 out of the playoff, and JJ's going to say, "Hey, you can't hire that guy.
I won't say
You
that.
can't beat Mississippi State. You can't hire him, man."
You know what he's going to say? He says, you got to hire him now. Because otherwise he'd have been headed for the college football playoff, and you wouldn't get him.
Indiana will be like 11-1. He'll be like, "Go hire the Indiana guy, man."
First of all, I heard actual Gators last year after loving on Lane so much, and then he loses in Gainesville to the Gators. I heard plenty of Gators be like, well, I mean, come on. You can't hire this guy now. But obviously, they've smartened up. Everyone knows. Bring the guy home.
Obviously. Yep. By the way, when anyone here, this is just a little insight, JJ. Whenever you hear anybody say everybody knows, typically means nobody knows.
Everybody knows. You know it. I know it. He knows it.
Everybody knows.
But just a reminder.
Lane knows.
Yeah. Just a reminder for historical sake. That was also about the same time DJ Lagway was not going to win none but one or two.
Right. One or two Heismans and national titles.
Things changed quickly.
Yeah.
By the way, Dan Hicken texted in to me. He said, thank you for just defending y'all's honor.
Come on, Hick.
He knows. We all know.
You guys can.
And by the way,
everybody knows.
Danny still did it. He did it to Keith Catlin earlier today. He's like, I'm still out to get you. And he blamed his brother. It was a great call when they were talking about it. He said, so he's poaching.
First off, he's so desperate for a coach.
Yeah, he is.
Because he's just so, like, he and Prost on that show is just magic.
I love
it's absolute
their Saturday
magic.
night shows have become
Because they're both just so bitter and disappointed.
They're
and
real
desperate
Gators.
for wins. They're just, oh my God.
That's real.
Magic.
Yeah. They're the Jerry Joneses of Jacksonville. Okay, they're trying to get another title before they're gone.
Here's my last point, Matt. Do you think that Ole Miss has like hundreds of thousands of people just like Dan and Jeff?
Well, they have hundreds of millions of dollars. I know that.
Well,
both
not
do.
my point.
Okay, you keep going to the money. Both do.
The passion at the University of Florida is not even close to what it would be at Ole Miss. I'm sorry. Like
I don't disagree with you.
It's different, man.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, and so that even all right. The passion is what leads me to say what I'm saying. They coaches and Leon, you grew up for greatness, right? Mm-hmm. You said I'm going to try and be the greatest at whatever it is I do, and you shot for the highest of highs. Okay, you were going for trophies. Coaches are going for records. They're going for trophies just like anybody else. They see themselves, if they're good, as the best among their peers.
He turned down the Gators.
Legacy matters.
Yeah,
I would think absolutely. And coaches, just like players, want to find a place or an opportunity to where they let their magic shine. Mine just happened to be Miami. It wasn't entrenched. I didn't go to Miami thinking we was going to win championships, but the fact that we won championships was
right. And you were part of the reason.
Yeah, it was part of the reason.
And he didn't go to Florida, even though he's orange and blue to the death.
Yeah, well, Florida, that was on my list. I had 3 teams. I had Florida State, Miami.
We could have been alumni together.
Could have, yeah. Probably would have cheated on your test.
You don't want to cheat off Joe.
Yeah, we would have been a couple years together, bro.
Yeah.
I did have one former Olympic athlete that shared.
He'd have looked down on us, by the way.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even have looked at us.
Oh.
He just walked right by us.
Big sirs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, man. No, I was an athlete. I went to class.
You were a man of the people, weren't you?
I loved it.
And you went to class.
And I went to class.
Which is huge.
Wait, hold on. Finish what you were going to say, Joe. What Olympic athlete
I feel
used your work?
It's like, and if I ever had to confront this individual, I'd probably just say,
are you going to name names?
I don't want to.
Give me the sport.
Name drop.
Can you give us initials?
I name drop all the time.
Yeah, it's
Olympic
been years.
winning Gator.
Listen.
Okay, so it's a swimmer.
Listen.
Clearly.
Go ahead.
That was a
Go ahead. Do it.
Good take. And I wasn't the smartest cat.
Give me some initials.
DT.
Dana Torres?
Yeah, I covered her.
Wow.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Nice.
She was awesome. She might have leaned over and looked at my paper a couple times.
Very nice.
What class?
The communication law, which was not easy.
Worst class ever.
It was horrible.
The worst class ever.
Yeah, it was the biggest, most expensive book I bought.
Ever.
And then got $6 back for it at the end. And it hardly ever been read.
Worst class
Law of
ever.
Mass Communication was the worst.
She's on.
She might have just borrowed a little intel. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well,
Listen, I was a huge fan of Derek.
Well, I got to tell this story then. Since you're going to name drop, I'm going to name drop.
All right.
So when I was at FIU, I'm ashamed to say it, but I had to go back and get my degree.
Right.
Which is fine. I had 2 classes.
You did.
It's fine. I went back and got it because you got to have a degree in order to go recruit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking this class or whatever. And Frank Gore's in the class.
Mm-hmm.
Taking test. I studied for the class. All right. I studied, test, whatever. Frank Gore's behind me. Sirs. I said, what, man? You study? Yeah, I studied. Hey, help me out a little bit. I said, and
a little bit.
And Dr. Dawkins is right in front of me. He's reading the paper. Dr. Dawkins is, what's his name? Brian Dawkins' uncle.
Oh, okay.
His uncle.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that was his uncle. So I said, listen, man. I said, I'm going to lean over and whatever you see, you write down. But I'm not letting you cheat.
Right.
You just happen to see.
These we're talking like a man in his 40s and a man in his 30s right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So no. Frank is he's still at Miami. He's a player at Miami. I went back.
All right.
Yeah. So I went back.
He went back as well.
No, he's a player. And so I get the test back, and I said, I hear Frank Gore. He said, "Oh man, I got an A- on the test." I said, "Man, you ain't get no A-." I got the A- on the test.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. He was proud of himself.
He was.
By the way, I hope that Dana Torres didn't like the fact that you and I both exposed her because you just gave the initials.
Yeah, exactly. You did. Yeah, but Dara was awesome. She was great athlete, that's for sure. And look, I was a hook and go guy, so she wasn't getting a whole lot off my paper. It was if I had a C, I was happy. Simple as that. It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and this time of the year, Honda has such a great lineup, especially when you want to get out on the road and just cruise.
Temperatures letting up a little bit, like Oktoberfest is coming. Legendary Honda Goldwing, legendary Honda Rebel that's now an automatic. Lots to choose from and lots of easy riding.
And the price range and the size of the bike, you have a wide variety.
We do, from entry points to the finest of the fine.
All right, check them out. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency or their Facebook page.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Chip Davis, director of the Flounder Pounder Fishing Tournament. We are fast approaching our 16th annual tournament benefiting the Jacksonville School for Autism. With the help of our amazing community, we raised over $1.4 million the last 15 years. This year's tournament will be held at Palm Valley Outdoors on the Intercoastal Waterway. Captain's meeting is Thursday night, October 9th, and the tournament is Saturday, October 11th. I'm inviting you and your family to come out and enjoy our tournament festivities, raise some money, and support autism awareness. Special thanks to U.S. Army Recruitment Jacks for their support. Flounder Pounder for Autism 2025. See you there.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mocama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect Pilsners and lagers, matching memories and some Mocama magic is what it's all about. Mocama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mocama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Since
Since 1901, generations of skilled union workers have built the backbone of our community. Hospitals, schools, the buildings where you work. Every year, a new apprentice class of Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians is stepping up, trained, driven, and ready to do great things. They're not just building our city, they're building their future. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to become a member or contractor today.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles, from complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, my takeaway is earlier I talked about how Tom Coughlin would have us stack and chip all these prominent teams that we had to beat, to kind of energize us, gives us opportunities.
Did you say stacking chips?
Stacking chips.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I thought I heard something else.
No,
stacking chips,
baby. Just like, if you're playing poker.
Hey, sometimes you are stacking buffalo chips. Other times you're stacking real chips.
Which buffalo chips would be?
I'm using
what I thought I heard.
It's like,
I'm sorry.
I'm a poker fan, but no problem. But here, when you think about it, this team just played the Niners, and they're going to play the Chiefs. These two teams were just in the Super Bowl a few years back. So you have this opportunity to beat them back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what that means. I'm just saying that. But these two teams were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Back-to-back opportunity. If you could beat both of them, now you're sending shockwaves through the NFL.
Yeah, and to kind of follow what you're saying, these are perennial playoff teams.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco didn't make it last year because of all the injuries.
Yeah.
But they did start this year 3-0 with a backup quarterback making two of those starts. So they're still a good football team. And if you start beating brands, kind of going back to our conversation earlier, they're only brands because they win all the time. They're there in the postseason all the time. So if you start doing that, you become one of them.
Yeah.
That's your hope.
All right, my takeaway is learn how to pronounce the name. There's no A in it.
Lane?
There is no A in it. It's not Drinkowitz. It's Drinkwitz.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be the new Florida coach. That will be the next Florida coach. Drinkwitz. It's not Drinkowitz.
And
Drinkwitz.
It's Elia.
Right.
As opposed
or
to
Eli.
As opposed to
Elijah.
It's Elia as opposed to Elijah.
Elia, yeah. There's no J and there's no A.
Wow.
Yeah.
Elia Drinkwitz. Oh, I'm going to have a field day with that.
Very Polish.
Yeah. Listen,
if your head coach is Elia Drinkwitz, don't do that to me, please.
Yeah, but he also doesn't mind me called Eli, so you could have a lot of fun with that as well.
All right, so you're going to go with that one now. You're a firm believer.
I told you guys last year that's what it was going to be.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But I know you have this year.
Yeah. I'd hire Fran Brown, but I don't think that's going to happen.
If Scott's Dan Lanning needs to be included in this conversation. So
Dan Lanning is not leading Oregon for Florida. Stop
Make him say no. That's it. Just make him say no.
It'll be an easy no, believe me.
It's fine.
Phil Knight calls and says, yeah, Dan.
Look, the guy is cut from the SEC cloth. Okay? He is.
You guys, I love you. I love your homerism where you guys think, of course he's going to go to Florida.
No, I'm just a realist.
I don't think we said, of course. We just said make the call. That's it. You got to don't be making these words up.
Let me tell you something. I think that Drinkwitz would come. I also think he'd hesitate a bit too.
Oh, here we go. Now,
Jake, I'm not saying it's a better. I'm not saying it's a better program. I'm saying these guys realize that they're making a lot of money where they are, and they're happy, and there's not as much pressure where they are than in that job.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? The pressure is released when a good coach arrives. And there won't be any pressure if you win.
Why don't y'all go after Manny?
Because he's happy at Duke.
He's not making money at Duke. He's not making Eli money. He's not making Kiffin
What's so funny is all we have to do is bounce back and counter with when he's getting paid a lot of money there. Well, he will get paid a lot of money wherever he's headed to as well.
By the way, both Kiffin and Eli are making considerably more than Billy Napier right now.
Right, which means they're going to come in there and get more.
Yeah, it's going to cost about $12 million to get you each one of those guys.
Yeah, and I don't know whether Drinkwitz has done some good things.
It's Drinkwitz, not Drinkowitz. I just told you no A. Drinkwitz.
I don't care, okay? Drinkwitz is going to come in, and he's going to get paid more money, and he may be a good coach, but you want to talk about what hasn't happened in certain places? They're barely stitching together the possibility of 3 straight 10-win seasons in the history of the school.
Right.
Okay, nothing special happens there. So if you're saying you're going to be more tied to Mizzou,
no, wait a second. You guys can't use both arguments because JJ just told me last segment that, but when he gets to Florida, then he'll be able to recruit better players.
Well, he will.
When he recruits better players, then if he recruits better players, they don't have a more solid foundation than he has in Mizzou, right?
I'm saying just the two schools that we are arguing about have no history of winning of recent note or at all.
But only because of them, the two coaches that are there.
Yeah, they've now done good things. Now you move on to where there is a place where
those are stepping stone jobs
to win.
Missouri and Ole Miss is a stepping stone job.
Yeah, and if you want to go to where the bigs go,
I think they both. I completely agree with both of you. They're stepping stone jobs, no doubt about it. I'm just telling you, the one guy is very happy there.
So I'm going to work it in where,
and I think Eli's really happy there too. So
well, yeah, they're happy. They also like to have a little pressure.
All right.
Okay, you live and thrive. Did you live and thrive under pressure, or would you rather be comfortable?
Drastically in the last 4 years, Joe.
I guarantee you this. If Scott Strickland, the athletics director, makes the proper hire, the pressure will be reduced by the guy he brought in to coach the games. It will change.
The pressure?
Yeah.
The pressure to win?
Well, no, the pressure will be reduced because right now...
because he's going to win, you're saying?
Yes,
okay.
yes. Okay. You want to talk about winners?
Okay.
I got a winner right here.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Winners get washed. All right, the embedded
That's
and
who they
shredded.
should hire.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know who we're going to have, but I do believe the embedded and shredded will lead. He'll be waving that flag.
Kiffin flag, yes,
he will lead the parade.
I mean, I'm ready to help him move.
Yeah, you will.
I mean, what can I do, Lane, to make this transition easier for you? What you need to stay at the house? I mean, can I take care of your dogs? I mean, whatever you need.
Oh yeah.
Would you get a job at 2 Men in a Truck just to help him move?
I would be Lane Kiffin's butler for a month if it meant he would be the Florida coach.
You know, I had a friend who once did that.
Yeah. I would do it happily.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I don't know whether...
you know what I like? I like scoring touchdowns.
Is that wrong? Yeah. They're pretty close to getting dangerous down there. Okay,
Yeah.
so that means touchdowns, baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, hopefully Dallas Wilson is the second coming of Randy Moss and Terrell Owens and Megatron, and it's going to take that to move this offense. So we'll see. We'll talk about that coming up on the Frangie Show as we get closer to the Longhorns probably putting another number up on the Florida Gators. But certainly big Monday night game, so we'll start looking towards Jags Chiefs, and then we'll be joined by Greg McGarity to talk some Gator Bowl and Lee Smith to kind of recap what's been a fantastic 2025 for golf. Obviously ended on a sour note.
To bring up the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, at the Ryder Cup. But, so this will be our last meeting with Lee until we start revving up for the Players' Championship next year. So lots to get to on the Frangie Show day. Should be a lot of fun.
All right, buddy. We will be
guys.
listening. Ace Carline, he just informed me the United States still plays golf. I did not know that. I did not know that. We're going to try and pick up the sport and work at it and see if we can.
We're going to win the President's Cup, Joe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a guarantee. That is a guarantee. Got to wait 4 more years to see him come back. The Euros, that is. And we'll still probably lose to him again.
Speaking of golf, we're at the tournament tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes, we are. Eric and friends, we would love to see you. The ViStar Patriots Outpost with the Witch Doctor. I hope Kathy is there as well. Jimmy, all of them will be out there taking care of us, and hopefully you can come on by Furyk and friends tomorrow during XLP. We are done. Thanks to Rebound Rehab. Don't forget, you got anything, sports injury, workers' comp, auto accident, whatever it might be, just get in touch with the folks, team of physical therapists that can definitely help you. ReboundRehab.com. Big Sirs, Maddie, Joe C, and JJ.
We're close to being pretty dangerous, in my opinion.
XL